And welcome back to the Complete Idiot's Guide to Stationeers with me, 54 Bear, the Complete Idiot. And we're still on Europa. I've put in a couple of extra wind turbines. I built this little tower thing for them. I'm going to expand it at some point and hopefully get to a point where wind power is going to be enough. Although, to be honest, I don't think it will be. So we will probably end up going with either the gas fuel generator or Stirling engine. Not certain which yet. Have a quick look inside the base. Haven't actually done that much. I've added the automated oven and canning machine or packaging machine purely because I couldn't get the handheld one to work. It would, no matter what I did, it was always eating my resources. So I have added in the oven and the packaging machine. And as you can see, I have lots and lots of soup. So I've given up on potatoes for the moment because I have a lot. And it's a lot easier to do canned soups. So that's what I'm going for. Anyway, minor reorganization here. And I reworked the chute system here so that both of these machines usually will spit out their stuff into here and it comes out here. So 4 machines are really sharing one stacker, although the tool maker never really needs it. Let's see, I'll change my waste tank while I'm here and grab a new battery. Just in case. There we go. But the big news is I've done it. Well, I think I've done it. I got an advanced furnace set up that I think is going to work okay, although there's one piece I still need to add. I think I have a passive vent. Yes, I do. There we go. So it's not automated at all. Well, actually, there's one minor piece of automation that I'll go into. And it looks way more complicated than it is. Give you a brief rundown of it. It's probably easier if we look in the back. You see we've got the inputs and the outputs are joined together in this common section of pipe. And this section of pipe is actually huge. Because I'm not using any automation, I don't have to worry too much about volume calculations for this stuff, at least as far as I know. So we have here a tank of hot gas. And it took me a while to get to this, but it's all pollutants. I was worried that maybe part of the problem was that I was having with the furnace was that there was a lot of nitrogen in there, which has very poor thermal capacity compared to pollutants. Anyway, so this is pure pollutants. It's currently 1600. I have a plan to get that heated up a little hotter, but this is enough for now. This is my waste gas. That's a little on the hot side, but that's okay. And then we have a tank of coolant, which is currently sitting at 500. I've got a quick mechanism up here, a valve which opens it up, and a back pressure regulator which empties it out. Still had a couple of broken pipes though. I may have to replace the back pressure regulator with either a volume pump or add multiple units in series, or in parallel rather. Not quite certain how that's going to work out, but for the moment 500 degree cool stuff is fine. I have a gas sensor in here that is going to monitor this once I close it up. Then I have this weird arrangement. You have the pollutants also feeding in here through a pressure regulator. This one's set to 120 kPa. I have a back pressure regulator set to 140 because I believe the walls and windows blow out at 150, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, that should keep that going. And both of these regulators can be turned on and off individually. So if I want to build up a bit more pressure, or if I want to vacuum the room out, I can do. And then the orange pipe that you see, that comes around here to this god-awful valve sticking out the front. And that is just literally connected to this passive vent. So if I want to cool down the gas that surrounds the furnace, I can do so relatively easily. And I have 3 of the turbo volume pumps. I like the turbo ones because A, they operate faster, and you can also change direction. So if I wanted to, if I have a lot of cold gas in the furnace that I want to save, I could do that quite easily. So I don't actually have that much in there at the moment. Let's have a look. I've got some liquid CO2 that's trying to freeze. Okay, you know what? Let's just pull that out. So the green arrow shows the direction that the flow will go. And let's set it to 100. Oh, of course, it helps if I've got power. So these 3 white dials in the middle, consoles in the middle, they're reading what the furnace currently holds. The purple one, this is the room temperature. Room is like the room that the furnace will be enclosed in. The brown one is the waste tank. That's the brown waste tank up there. The blue one, or the blue ones, are reading the blue tank, and the yellow ones are obviously reading the hot stuff tank. And this is what controls the flow into or out of the hot tank. This for the waste, and obviously this, which we're using right now, for the coolant. So, in my initial testing, it looks like having the furnace in its room like this is incredibly what's the word I'm looking for? It insulates stuff a lot. I was actually surprised at how effective it was. So right now the room, obviously the that's weird. Why is that increasing? Oh, it's because I've got that valve, that thing turned on. Let me turn that off. Right. Yeah, I was wondering why the temperature was increasing in there. It's because I had that. These are the switches that control the fill and the drain pressure regulators for the actual furnace room itself. So that will take a moment to drain. Right, those are like supplies I have left over. Went on a bit of a mining run. I'm going to have to make some steel first because that's going to be required for a lot of the super alloys. So let's go ahead and fill it up. And what I'll do is I'll put in that's pulling it straight from the tank, so that should be warm. It should begin to warm it up, but I'm going to put some in the furnace just to prime it. Won't have to be for long, not much. Maybe a little bit more than that. Right, so that's 1000 Kelvin. You see the room is heating up quite a bit, but the furnace is cooling down. Just going to let it equalize to around 600 or so. We'll need to make certain that that regulator is also turned on because the pressure in there was getting high. And I have to go drink, I don't believe it. There's a mod I saw on the workshop I'm thinking of downloading. It apparently reduces your need to drink by a factor of 10. Don't think I would do it for early gameplay, but for later on, once you've got it sorted, then it just becomes an annoyance. No, I don't have any food. Let's get some French fries. I don't think there's anything else I need in here. Oop. That way around will do. Let's see how the furnace is doing. So, yeah, they're getting close in temperature now. Right, so let me get some oils on the go. Ah, there we go. Just a bit too cold, so give it a bit more hot. There we go. Right. And I also need to get that wired up. Yeah, I suppose there's as good a place as any. Right, now one of the first things I wanted to do was in canal, which I'll keep this up here, minimize that. So it needs a very narrow pressure window, but anything over 600 degrees Kelvin. So and look at that, we're almost there at pressure. So all I have to do is throw the stuff in. So I need 2 gold, 1 steel and 1 nickel. So 1 nickel, 1 steel, and 2 gold. Wow. That was lucky. Okay. How much of that did I get? Oh my god, only 50? Holy crap. Well, let's do another one. Oh crap. Right, so our pressure's a little high, so we will turn that down to 50. We want to get the pressure down to 24. I think we can afford to turn it up. Oh, hang on. Oh, it keeps... Why is it going up? Is there any... Oh, I've still got fuel left in there, that's why. Okay, so... There we go. Wow. Super alloys are very expensive these days. Okay, so what else do I need? That was primarily because I wanted to get these sensor lenses. They got some useful doodads now that I wanted to play with. Okay, the next one I'm going to need... Oh no, let's just try them all. Copper, steel and cobalt. Okay, so 1 of copper, 1 of cobalt and 2 of steel. Alright, so that's going to give me... I shouldn't have any problems. Alright, so...
Power low.
There's 2 steel, 1 copper, 1 cobalt. Oh, jeez. So we have to get it hotter. That's okay. Not quite. There we have it. It's one of the reasons why I like having that hash display there, because it shows you immediately. Okay. Right, now we're going to need some more steel. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Let's start draining that. And might as well do another load while we're here, because we're going to need some. In case you hadn't realised, I sucked a basketball. And that's got too cold, I think. Yep. And one more. And this, I'm sure, would be a lot easier with a fully automated furnace, but as I said, I really did want to avoid doing that if I could get away without it. Right, so what was that? That was astraloy. I don't think we need too much of that. Same with hastaloy. Silver, nickel and cobalt. 2 silvers. Okay. Nickel and cobalt. I'm sure there's an efficient way of doing this rather than just alphabetically. Right, so reasonable, well, we're bang on for pressure, temperature. Actually, we're bang on for that as well, or almost. We just have to cool it down a little. Pressure-wise, we're already over, so
Power
Oh,
critical.
actually we're too hot. Pressure, we're just about okay. Now let's add some cooler gas in. So we've got to get it down to 727. We also have to lower the pressure a little. Let's
Temperature low. Temperature critical.
great timing.
Temperature low.
Yeah, maybe I should have cooled the coolant down a bit more, because it's only at 500 degrees, so it's going to use a lot of it to get that. See, the waste is, well, about the same temperature as the furnace right now, so that wouldn't help. Alright, let's vacuum out a bit more. So I've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. Previously I had the temperature dropping off a cliff, now I can't get it to come down. Oh, there. Why the hell not? See what that does. They're in the temperature range, but a little low on pressure. So whoa. That was a mistake. Ah, crap. Okay. Well, you get the idea. An advanced furnace that is not quite as advanced as it looks. You still have to mess with it manually, which is kind of what I like. I would prefer to get a bit more automation in there. I just haven't quite figured out what the steps, or what steps you can take to do something quickly and easily. If you have any thoughts on it, leave something in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. In the meantime, I think we might actually be done with Europa. This was meant to be a getting started guide, not a detailed, lengthy playthrough. I'm probably going to keep going with this, but I'm certainly going to replace all this field of chips out here with an IC code, or some IC code, because I figure, it's part of the reasons why I've got power problems is that I don't turn things off, and I've got so many chips. Each one of them draws 10 watts. I think some of them might actually be more than that. I'm not certain. And a single IC chip could run this entire base, and maybe even a Harvey or two. Anyway, there might be more on this series. Other than that, I will probably take a quick vacation and go to some of the hot worlds. I've had enough of being cold. It's maybe time to deal with the stresses and strains of having too much heat. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. 54 Bear out.